claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Check. No. And we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Chris Carson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's now 3rd and 10.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now it's Lockett. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it with Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Check 50. Alert 3. Hey, alert 3. Big gas. Run it. Shoot. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On 3rd down, Carson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. As he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. See if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He gets it to Cooks. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
Boy, you get some lucky shit, boy.
One running back is Gurley. Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
This nigga got a superstar kicker.
Run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Carson there to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Wilson on 3rd down. That one going to be knocked away. And incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
Get your ass down.
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense.
Come on, pick this up!
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Come on, Mo, baby. One more stop, baby.
We go to the 180.
I already know where this going.
Back to throw, gone.
Give that shit, man. Give me that shit, man. That's supposed to be a pick six. Pick six.
Now it's fourth down. Here's Johnny.
That's right, baby.
Now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Oh, I see why he is.
Returnable for Lockett.
Can you switch up, man? Stop letting the computer tackle for you, boy.
7-6. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense.
Damn, this is a front line fighting.
Break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ah!
He got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board.
Come on, baby.
Because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Wilson. Dancing to his left.
Come on, man.
Going to be incomplete.
What's wrong with you, dog?
On this drive looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And this is away. It's a high kick,
bounce in,
and
bounce
he
in.
got all of it.
Bounce in. Yes, sir. Yes,
Amazing,
sir.
perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard,
Yes,
maybe not even an extra yard. The
sir.
starting point is the 20.
Yes,
So there's a reason that a lot of
sir.
punters are also excellent golfers.
Yes,
they know distance control.
sir.
You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
On 1st down, it's gone. He gets it to Gurley, complete.
Damn,
A
man.
yard short. Nice pickup of 9
Niggas.
yards on 1st down. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it on for his running back. Good move by Gurley.
Damn it,
Getting
dog.
it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you better.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. On 1st and 10, Goff. this will be incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again, Goff.
Yeah, shit.
Double coverage and it's intercepted.
Yeah, shit, man.
Yeah,
shit, man.
Bobby Wagner. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard
Let's go,
line.
baby.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive
Let's
your
go,
throw.
baby.
Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
33 yards that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Carson.
I'm going to ride into this thing, man.
About the 17. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. There's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Come on, baby.
Matthews.
I wasn't even
He's
trying to
the
call
one
that.
to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get
What it do, baby?
Maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run
ain't know what
back out
players
there.
got paid.
Totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff.
Woo! That was a nasty user. That was a nasty user. Oh Lord. Let me say that.
So that's
I gotta say that. Ooh.
Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme?
I just press circle and triangle, boy. Hoping somebody will break it up. They got the pick.
On 1st down. It's Carson.
Oh, say less. Say less.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now, it's Carson.
Let's go. Let's go.
The 21.
Let's go.
20 in the red zone.
Right, Brooklyn?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Let's go. Say it, bro.
Give him 3 on 1st
Let's
down.
go.
It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Man, that soundtrack for Madden trash. They ain't got no future on here.
Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
What the fuck is this?
From the 17.
Ah, shit.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
I seen that. God damn, Bob.
And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions.
Sorry, I'm sweating it. We up. He's going to turn this over again.
Team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote unquote.
Screenplay.
And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening,
you are so lucky.
in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, LA. On first down, gone. They'll find Everett there, complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's gone. And they'll set up the screen.
Let's go!
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Goff throwing again.
Let's go!
That is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Come on, man. We need another touchdown.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
I don't know why the fuck he did that.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering,
I'm waiting for you.
pressure of today's NFL.
I'm waiting for you.
The high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into...
And got his man complete.
And you're not going to score.
Big play there just before
You can do that little, I don't care.
54
You're not going to score.
So
I refuse to let you score.
Nice job picking that up,
Or some old bullshit like that.
How in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know they're going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat.
And it's caught for a Rams.
Oh, my God.
Brandon Cooks. As the first half is
That is crazy. That was a tight-ass window.
The Rams are going to jump back in front. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, We know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Wilson. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
I need to stop playing around.
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Cook's now in his 2nd season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards. Now a first down throw. That'll be caught by Cobb. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Say one morning while you were asleep. I received a letter, but there was no one to see. So I put it in. I want to send it back.
3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
Say opening. Said dear Rita was close friend of mine. Hope that this letter find you in time. And my life is beginning with a woman that I know you wouldn't make me wanna say I don't ever wanna see you up. I don't. Shit, this nigga. I wish I did the same for you, babe.
Make it now 3 tackles for
I never want to see you again. No,
I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offensive backfield.
Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Stop my own man. That's crazy, dog.
Samson Abuka has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
If I have to share your thoughts,
Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, Okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
Oh my God.
In their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye.
Damn.
Touchdown,
I should have never backpedaled on that motherfucker.
with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra points. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, baby, give you everything I love in my ring.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 31, Wilson. This one complete to Coleman. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he fires one incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one, and a 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Emotions playing
sacrifice. They want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Where you falling?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle.
Come on, Metcalf. I mean, not Metcalf. Dixon.
The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Come on, man.
He's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, they run with Gurley. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. That good for 19 and a 1st down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. On 1st down, it's Gurley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
This thing gonna burn a clock from 6 minutes? Jesus Christ.
Keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this
Love
one away.
you, baby. I see you, girl.
And he'll take this across the 25.
I never
Couple extra yards up to the
leave,
27-yard line.
If I realize I need you,
Coming in the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Not able to go anywhere that time, 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing backs.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. They'll roll him out right. They're caught by Jerron Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Called in a very strong gain of 24. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nikel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Carson.
Oh, my God.
They're turned away on 4th and goal.
That's not what I thought the play was going to do.
Defense comes up with a goal line stand. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense?
This is done.
Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And some room to run now. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 45 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Rams football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, LA! Todd Gurley with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
I did my best to keep you satisfied. You took the love from me and used it selfishly. You did not give back your love to me at all. I gave the sun to you.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flushed out right.
Oh my God!
Here as he's taken down. Simpson and the Rams get the
They ain't
football
gonna let me
in
get out.
outstanding field position. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley.
Gurley got like 4 touchdowns.
Into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
And they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 6. One last shot for Wilson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
I was supposed to contain this nigga from getting 2 sacks all game. This nigga got 3 with 1 person.
Guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their